Coming live to you from Auckland Park right here on SABC News Channel 404. It is Trendz Live time and I hope you are ready for a fun-filled Friday. My name is Kansani Koza, but by now you know you can call me Candy and I will be your host this evening. We have so much in store. I mean, from covering the Forbes Women event to some inserts for our food lovers out there. Plus, we get to talk all things inspiring with the Women of Stature Awards SA 2025 and musician Hunter Leite is in the building and she'll be gracing this here stage tonight. But first things first, we dive into this week's news wrap, giving you some of the big headlines in the entertainment industry from music, fashion, and our dearly departed talented individuals. Producer Rufilo Matela runs us through the stories.
My life, my life, my life in the sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine.
At the age of 84, the celebrated artist Roy Ayers died this week. His family shared that his passing came after a long illness. The legendary vibraphonist, composer, and producer was described in the official statement as a highly influential and sought-after music collaborator. The 1976 Everybody Loves the Sunshine hitmakers tunes were sampled by various artists, including Mary J. Blige and Tyler, the Creator. Former Seven actress Crystal Donna Roberts, also known as Janine, has died at the age of 41 after a long battle with cancer. She was diagnosed in 2019. The SAFTA award-winning actress with youthful beauty and grace has been remembered by the South African Department of Sports, Arts and Culture through a statement lauding her as a talent that will continue to inspire generations to come. South African singer Tyler has dropped the music video for the remix to global song Push to Start, now featuring dancehall superstar Sean Paul. Last month, she was revealed as the first solo African artist to achieve 1 billion streams on Spotify for her hit Water. She's breaking into the scene with impact as she also clinched the inaugural Best African Music Performance Award at the Grammys. LA was abuzz over the Oscar Awards as Wicked star Cynthia Evero arrived at the Vanity Fair Oscars party. The party is also known for pulling in a wide variety of actors and musicians, including actor and singer Cheryl Lee Ralph, designer and businesswoman Donatella Versace, musician Lil Nas X, and actor Zooey Deschanel. Fellow nominee Guy Pearce, who was also nominated for Best Supporting Actor in The Brutalist, struck a pose for photographers alongside co-star Joe Alwyn. The film Menorah won the coveted Best Picture award on the night, as well as 4 other Oscars for Best Director, Best Actress, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Editing.
How did it feel to get handed Best Director from Clinton?
It meant everything in the world. It was like a full circle moment because honestly, that's where I saw Mikey for the first time in Once Upon a Time. So it was like, it felt right.
That's all for this week. Stay trendy.
One thing we definitely will do is stay trendy. Earlier this week, we took to the Times Square in Pretoria to celebrate women in all their glory at this year's Forbes Women Africa Awards. The day kicked off with the Leading Women Summit, where powerful speeches and insightful panel discussions were held. Then later on the day concluded with a glitzy night where women were honored for all the success and powerful impact they have on our continent. Our producer, Silipa Maifadi, was out there, so let's take a look.
The Power of 10, a theme celebrating a decade that has relentlessly spotlighted the incredible dynamic women of the African continent. The jewels of Africa came out to play, inspire one another, and connect at this year's summit and award night. These Women in Africa Awards has 12 categories across various industries. The Young Achiever Award and the Next Generation Award stunned everyone as 12-year-old record holder Hefziba Akinwale and Aniola Shokinba impressed attendees with their unwavering ambition and success.
That article ignited a spark in me that led to the realization that I could actually do something about the problem. You know that hopeful moment you have kid before someone tells you you can't. I'm 12 years old and I'm the author of Chronicles of the Timekeeper's West Away. I feel so honoured to have this Forbes award. After an 11-hour flight today, I want to thank God, and I also want to thank my parents and everyone who nominated me.
Oh, it's very, very close to my heart. I love to come into places where we celebrate women. So many incredible things happened tonight. We have two 12-year-olds who got a Forbes. I mean, what were you doing at all, right? And it's so incredible to see them starting so young and wanting to transform and change the world. They believe that they can, and they did it. And so I think that's something that we can all learn from.
The night was packed with astonishing stories that highlighted the amazing work of these recipients. You might be wondering how Mzansi's 3-time Grammy Award-winning Wouter Kellerman manages to be in the right spaces of opportunity. Well, it's simple. A woman is there behind the scenes holding the fort. How does it feel to be the one being supported in this particular moment?
Oh my God, this is absolutely amazing. I mean, I was so shocked when I got it. I'm like, because I'm so used to going up to stage with him to get awards. So this means a lot to me. I mean, I feel so honored, feel so blessed. And to be recognized by Forbes Africa, I mean, what can I say?
It's incredible because all Tulsi's work is behind the scenes and nobody really knows how hard she works. So to have this moment to be recognized is just an absolutely beautiful moment, and I love to be the support structure for a change.
Women are formidable, even more so when they raise men who are able to protect and create opportunity for women. Former NBA star Luol Deng was awarded the Visionary Ally Award for the incredible community uplifting basketball work he does in South Sudan.
How did you get into that space to say, you know what, I see the gap that women aren't pushed or celebrated enough?
I mean, this is the beauty about this award. It's not about my talent or what people know me for as a sports, but it's for what I believe and what I stand for. When I say equality for all and pushing for women to be given the same platform, it's because I truly believe it. I came from a household where my mother and my sisters were the one who held everything together. So I know how important it is and how important their role was. And for everything that I do, I implement everything I learned into just whatever my life is. And I believe that I'm successful because of the women in my life.
15 years of shining brightly in the creative industry of Mzansi. South Africa's diamond, Minnie Dlamini, was awarded the Excellence in Entertainment Award for her contribution in film and television production.
There's no better time, there's no better opportunity, and there's no better platform. I think more than anything, I've been doing this entertainment thing for a really long time, but my focus and my main passion has been telling South African stories and producing. So to be able to be recognized on a platform like this is incredibly humbling, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to tell my mom and dad.
What would you say is one of those things that we really need to be looking out for and pushing more towards and, you know, focusing on in terms of having months like this and being able to celebrate, but also being aware of certain key things that we need to address?
I think support of women always and pushing women forward into the front lines. Women are ready and they're ready to take over. We see what the world looks like today. We see where our counterparts have taken us, and I think if we give women a chance to be in those front lines and lead, a lot could change in the world.
We don't have enough platforms where like-minded women come together and get to network and get to use the opportunity of being in the same room to create amazing things. And this is just one of the platforms, and I'm quite upset that this doesn't happen every month. It has to happen every month because the amount of people that I've met that I know are going to bring value to my life and that have really enriched me from even just a knowledge perspective and just motivating me, even 12-year-olds motivating me today was so major. So just being here has been such a meaningful moment for me.
I love it when women get together, and we always get together in International Women's Month and in South African Women's Month, but can we get together when it's not those those days? Can we support each other where it really, really matters? I'm so sick and tired of hearing that women are in the positions that they're in because of their male counterparts, because they're the ones that believed in them before their female counterparts or their female superiors did. As women, we really need to hold the fort when it comes to supporting each other. We like to say that we like to support each other when we're the ones who are blocking each other. And I feel like let's stop celebrating Women's Months and International Women's Days and start supporting each other every other day in business, in entertainment, and in all the other sectors where we are there, we are thriving, and we're doing incredibly. We need to support each other because we are the ones that are going to put each other on the platform for change.
What are you going to be up to in 2025 that we can look forward to and be like, okay, we're ready to support Minnie in this?
Well, I'm currently producing a groundbreaking music show, which I'm super, super excited about. 15 years ago, I was on one of the biggest music shows in the country. I'm literally on the brink of creating one of the biggest ones on the continent. I cannot wait for people to see it. The TX is in April. I'll tell you more about it on my social media. I can't say anything right now, but many of the producers coming in full force. I've been producing silently for a very, very long time, and now I'm not going to be silenced anymore. Thank you, Forbes Africa.
Hi, it's Zozi Tunzi.
Hi, everyone. I'm Minnie Lamini.
This is Sarah Langa, and you are watching Trendz Live.
You are watching Trendz Live.
And you're watching Trendz Live.
I'm literally smiling ear to ear. Actually, I can see now the show just started, but already it is fire. And so fitting for International Women's Day tomorrow. Speaking of bold and powerful females, here is internationally award-winning artist Hunter Leite giving us her first performance with a song simply titled Every Woman. And this one is for all of you ladies. Geniet.
Someone to stand by our side, wanna look us in the eye with a shimmer of pride. Stand together, believe in each other, find the one who is more than a lover. There are moments when the road may seem long. That's when I reach out to the hand that makes me strong. 'Cause sometimes it's so hard to find the inner strength, and I'm walking blind. Every woman needs a man, someone who what she dreams of, what her heart desires. Every woman needs a man. I know I'm that lucky woman to have the kind of man. There are moments when the road may seem long. That's when I reach out and sing a different song. But sometimes it's so hard to find the inner strength, and I'm walking blind. Every woman needs a man who understands what she dreams of, what her heart desires. Every woman needs a man. I know I was once that lucky woman to have the kind of man, kind of man.
Welcome back, Trendz Life family. Tonight, we're turning the spotlight on an incredible event that celebrates the power, grace, and of course, the brilliance of women across South Africa. I'm speaking about the 10th Annual Women of Stature Awards, with a star-studded list of nominees, a dynamic team of celebrity hosts, and a brand new wave of exciting categories, not to mention electric performances that are going to be happening on the night. This year's awards are set to shine brighter than ever before. Internationally renowned musician Hunter Leite, who you heard perform earlier on, is also here to share about her nomination and give us some more music on the Trendz live stage. We also have Communications Director Thandi Potgieter here to reflect on the decade-long journey as we celebrate their greatness, especially with International Women's Day taking place tomorrow. Hello, ladies, and welcome to the show.
Hello.
I love the fact that I feel like we're kind of coordinated with this green and black hair. It's like a little bit of a sisterhood taking place this evening. But Thandi, I'll start with you because what a milestone it is to be 10 years into these awards. Tell us a little bit more about the journey.
We're incredibly proud. 10 years is such a milestone, as you say. And it all started with the vision of Charlotte du Plessis, who is our founder and CEO. She really wanted to shine a spotlight on women and make sure that women are recognized for all the incredible work that they do. And bearing in mind that over 10 years, there wasn't a lot of recognition going.
Yeah, so, especially for women
specifically for women. So this is really something that has brought her vision to light over the last 10 years. She actually started in 2013, but the awards ceremony only started 10 years ago. And we are very proud of where we've come. We have incredible alumni that have come. Katie Katapodis has been one of our overall winners. Yeah. Dynamic, incredible women. We're sitting next to one.
I mean, we're sitting next to one right now. And before I get to Hunter, I have to ask you, what do you think has contributed to the success and the influence of these awards throughout the country?
I think it's the process that we follow. Not anyone can just get the award, and that's been recognised in all of the various industries. Okay. So we recognise women in various, we've got 14 categories this year: women in mining and engineering, arts and culture, women in sport, which is something that we've brought back now. And what sets us apart is you don't just get the award. Yeah. We had over 700 nominations come in this year. 700 nominations. They are all vetted. So we vet every single nomination, and then we ended up with 130 amazing nominees, and then they go through an adjudication process. So they get their 20 minutes in front of a panel of judges, of their peers, people who are doing amazing things in that sector, in that category.
So they nominate them to win.
So they nominate them to win, but they go through an adjudication process. So that's happening right now.
For the actual final winner to be decided.
For the winner of each category, and the overall winner.
That is so exciting.
So they get 20 minutes to reflect on actually the amazing things. Exactly.
I mean, you would say nerve-wracking because you've been nominated, and the fact that there's such a rigorous process, which I think is great, that there's the due diligence that's taken for these awards. I mean, have you gotten your 20 minutes ready? Do you know what you're going to be saying?
Waiting for me.
Listen, after the show, I can sit with you tonight and we can work on it together.
We got to prep.
I mean, I have to ask you, for people that don't know at home, what are the categories that you've been nominated in?
I've been nominated for arts and culture. I know there are, as you've said,
there's 14
many
categories.
Yeah. And I think it's so amazing to have an awards that, what is the word? Find women in the industries, because we have such a vast variety of industries in the world now that women can step up and be who we shine to be. Yeah. So it's amazing, especially for arts and culture. That's a huge badge for me.
And just like a big shout out to say we see the work that you're doing.
Exactly.
I mean, I think what I love the most is the fact that I was going to ask you, how does it feel to be a part of like such a list of empowering women? And you answered that so beautifully, which brings me to the fact that you've also won many other awards and been nominated internationally, won international awards. So this is obviously nothing new for you. But when you look back on your journey and your career and the prestigious awards that you've won internationally, how does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel appreciated, and I think being seen is a big thing. I think the world has got so many talented people out there, and not everybody has got money for marketing. Not everybody's got all the connections that you need. So to be seen on a platform like this, I mean, I'm a mom of 2, you know, supporting my parents, so you don't always have money to shove into your career.
Yeah.
So just being nominated for these awards is a huge honor for me. So, and winning internationally, do you know what it's like to be recognized internationally?
Girl, I mean, the people in Texas know who you are, okay?
Yeah, so to win Texas Female Vocalist Against the World twice, 2017 and 2019, I never expected to win. Every time I've been and I've won. And then to go to Dollywood, where Dolly Parton has, you know, her beautiful hall there that we used for the music awards. They're called the Josie Music Awards. I mean, those are the top people from around the world. I was standing shoulder to shoulder with Johnny Cash's sister, Joanne Cash.
Listen, and then we're getting to stand shoulder to shoulder with you right now. I love it for us, too. But Tandy, just, you know, bring it back to the Women of Stature Awards. And the fact that you mentioned that you're bringing back the Women in Sports category. What was that decision around bringing it back and why?
I think there was a lot of focus over the Olympics at the time. There were so many women shining, and we did have it previously, and we just thought these women need to be recognized. They need to stand out amongst their peers and be congratulated for all that they are achieving.
I'm so glad that you did, because I mean, we need that focus, especially when it comes to women in sports. But I think the biggest award that probably a lot of people love is the Public Choice Award.
Yes.
How does that award actually work? Because I think people have to vote for you to win.
Yes, yeah. So you could go online on wasawardsglobal.com. There's a link there to vote for your favorites, but we just want to make sure that everybody knows it's got no added reflection on the category winners. It's purely a separate category, just so people can actually also put themselves in the spotlight and people can celebrate them by voting for them as well. So yes, so normally all of the each of the nominees have their own badge, obviously calling to action to vote for them, but you can go onto our wasawardsglobal.com
to get more information.
And you can
all right. I love that. You see, a woman, that's why they put you in the position that you are in. But Hunter, earlier on you performed this track for us, and you're going to be singing another song for us a little bit later on. Can you tell us just a little bit more about those songs? Are they from the new upcoming album? Like, you know, I want to know. Give us a little bit of a scoop here.
Those songs are actually from a previous album.
Okay.
So that it's been released in 2018, but COVID hit and nothing planned out the way we wanted it to be. So what you always do is you take your 2 or 3 best songs of the previous album and you shove them onto a new album, which we're doing.
Okay.
And what I can tell you is both those songs have won international music awards as well as locally.
Sure.
And I've written both songs, and I believe everything that everybody goes through, write it down, because it's your hit. That's all I can say.
Okay, write it down. Always have like a memoir of the things that you go through. And speaking about the brand new album, do you want to tell people at home what it's called, where they can listen to it and find it?
Well, we haven't released it as yet. We're still busy in the process of writing.
Okay, so making of.
So it's in the making. It's still sort of like I wouldn't say a pipe dream, because we're busy with production, and production's hectic. So we've got some English songs on there. We've got some beautiful Afrikaans ballads on there. I'm looking at maybe throwing a French song on there, and maybe I'm Portuguese, so maybe a Portuguese number. But it's the raw essence of me.
I love how she just put that, the raw essence of her. You're going to be at the awards on the 12th of April.
I am.
But I have to ask Tandy, I mean, what can we expect for the 10th annual gala dinner without giving away too much?
It's going to be spectacular. That's definitely, we can assure you. And what a wonderful way to support women by attending and actually watching them and applauding for them.
Yes.
We've got great shows by Loitsele and obviously Hunter as well. So we're very excited to see that. We've got amazing MCs as well, Nicole Kappa, Noni Kumalo.
She actually used to be a Trendz live producer, so we're so excited for our girl. Yes!
So they, and both very energetic ladies, so the energy is going to really be high on the night, and we all get to dress up on the red carpet. Who doesn't love to do that?
Who does not love to do that?
So it's going to be just an incredible evening, supporting women in every category. And I think that's the important thing, is that a lot of industries don't ever have a light shone on them, and this really brings them to, for women in mining and engineering, for example.
Sector.
Exactly.
We love the fact that you guys have done this. Thank you both so much for your time. I will see you on the 12th of April at the Indaba Hotel. And you please go get ready for your next performance. We cannot wait to hear it. Listen, I could speak to these two ladies the entire night, but we must move on. Thank you so much to Tandy as well as Hunter, who's going to be on the stage a little bit later on. For now, though, award-winning producer, actress, fashion and celebrity stylist, Oka categories, my darling. Tshiamo Modisane has recently launched her memoir that examines past hurts and present truths. Modisane grew up at Khutsitsile, her biological name, before changing it to Tshiamo, a pastor's child from KwaThema and Davidson, east of Johannesburg. She went through a transformative journey in her 30s when she had a gender-affirmation surgery and tells it all in her book titled Am Tshiamo, My Transition to Self-Acceptance and Womanhood. Silepa Maifadi attended the official book launch that took place earlier this week at Exclusive Books in Rosebank. So, haribuning.
An unraveling moment sparked by the urge to support others facing similar journeys. Tshiamo Modisane is peeling away the layers through the chapters in her first book titled Am Tshiamo, My Transition to Self-acceptance and Womanhood.
I wrote the book because I felt the urge to be a big sister to somebody who would undergo a similar journey, somebody who did not have the answers to their questions, and just to show that your life does matter and you are valid, and like you're not the world, you know what, don't believe what people say, you know, you can exist.
Tshiamo drew strength from a deeply traumatic moment to find this vulnerability. What about that particular moment did you say, you know what, I think I should go ahead and do this? Let me peel away. What was challenging in that moment?
I had experienced a major sexual assault incident, and I didn't want it on anyone else's daughter, child, son, whatever. I wanted to teach someone from my experience, you know. It was the most tragic thing because this was somebody I trusted and called my friend, so, and it was in my house. So that for me was just like, how do I prevent this from happening to someone else? And what can I learn and build from this? Because I believe that every experience, everything we go through in life is for the betterment of ourselves. So this was for that.
Tshiamo is well known in Mzansi's creative industry as a lifestyle and entertainment journalist who dabbled into television presenting, acting, and added lots of razzle and dazzle through her fashion styling expertise. In 2018, she went on a gender transition journey. She is now an author, opening up about her life experiences. When did you realize that, you know what, you are ready to go through this particular transition of coming from Khosi and going to Tshiamo? And how did your family react?
I think I've always known as a child, right? It was just always going to happen. The one thing that I think, you know, this is the first time my aunt or my family is actually here and they're seeing me like in my element and in my glory. My family has just watched me be a very ambitious person. The one thing I've always been is ambitious and audacious. So I think, yeah, they're here to celebrate that child that they knew was a dreamer.
Staying true to that part of yourself, regardless of what transition you went through, that part of yourself was consistent.
100%. That is me. That's the fiber of me. And I think even in writing the book, I wanted to show that, you know, every life, every human experience has a transitional phase. All our transitions are different, but on the other side, we become a better version of ourselves. And that, for me, is what I was intentional about in the messaging of the book. So it's not like, you know, it's not like a manual on, you know, but more of how to embrace life's transitions and come out a better version of yourself.
I want to say to Khosi, I'm behind him. I support him. Whatever makes him happy, I'm with him. Yeah, and I wish him good luck.
I've always known that, you know, like she was so special, you know, how she would show up in a space and but when she released the book, I was like, oh my gosh, this is just like so important. Not important just for like myself, for her or her friends or the people in the industry or in the trans community, but for everybody that's really always dared to dream.
I'm so proud of her. I've seen the transition, the personal transition, but also in life, like her whole life transition, her whole brand transition. So I'm super excited to read in depth. I know she said she was very vulnerable, so I'm very excited for this read.
She mentioned something about family and also helping out young kids. I think this book should be at least in schools, maybe high schools, and hopefully it will. I think maybe she must just talk to the Department of Education in terms of how do we identify ourselves, not as the alphabet gang or even as a male and female, but this breaks down a lot of barriers, and I'm happy that something like this is out.
She used to style us coaching Amajiga, so I thought, this is such a full circle moment for her, and like from who she was before and who she is now, it's such a beautiful journey to watch.
It only made sense to me to come through and support and get my copy and hear a more depth, have a more depth in insight into her story and where she is now and where she's going. I hopefully will get a second book from this one.
Now that the book is out, what are you looking to achieve next from what people can take from this book?
First and foremost, I'm launching, or rather created a foundation named after my mother called the Lindsay Foundation. And through the foundation, I really just want to take trans kids to school. I think, the one thing that stops people from being themselves is money and access and feeling like they're not worthy of education. And I think that's at the core of my heart, that's what I want to do. I want to support, I want to be the voice. This is not the only book I'm going to write, I can tell you that for free. I think there's a sequel, and then there's other things that I'm working on that is going to be from here, we're going bigger.
Now that's what we like to hear. The world is definitely a better place when we prioritize our highest authentic selves.
Earlier on, we had an exceptional conversation about the Women in Stature Awards. And now one of their nominees, Hunter, is back on the Trendz live stage with another performance. This one is titled Kicking Up Dust. So please do enjoy.
Sun setting down on that old country road, horses running wild to wild, nobody knows. Down by the river where the wind gently blows, a dragonfly kisses the water, the ripple slowly grows. Walking towards the sunset on that dusty road, as your pickup drives past down that old country road. Yeah, I'm kicking up dust, so I make a fuss. I'm kicking up dust, is this love or lust? Yeah, I'm kicking up dust, so I make a fuss. Come on, baby, let's drive home. You gotta know so I see you standing there by that old rocking chair, where we kiss and make up by the log fire, filled with desire, where we make love all night long to our very country songs. Is this love or I'm playing with fire? Yeah, I'm kicking up dust, so I make a fuss. I'm kicking up dust, is this love or lust? Yeah, I'm kicking up dust, so I make a fuss. Come on, baby, let's drive home. I'm kicking up dust, is this love or lust? Yeah, I'm kicking up dust, so I make a fuss. Come on, baby, let's drive home. Yeah, I'm kicking up dust, so I make a fuss. I'm kicking up dust, is this love or lust? Yeah, I'm kicking up dust, so I make a fuss.
You're still tuned in to SABC News Channel 404. They say food is more than just substance, right? Or rather sustenance. It's culture, it's connection, and for some, it's even a business. Tonight, we meet Nthabiseng Matole, a content creator who turned her love for traditional cooking into a social media movement. Through Dipita Stofong, loosely translated as Pots on the Stove, she's inspiring a new generation to celebrate heritage while embracing modern entrepreneurship. So let's step into her kitchen and hear her story.
Dipita Stofong is more than just a hashtag. It's a movement.
Basadi tsohang ke Sontaga ke letsatsi la Dipita Stofong ha re pheheng ha re beng Dipita Stofong.
Nthabiseng reflected on the significance of preserving time-borrowed traditions.
It became a hashtag over the years, and it was only natural that the brand name would be Dipita Stofong because that's what came so naturally to all of us. Like, Dipita Stofong Sunday, Dipita Stofong, you know, and so it just became so natural to us. And when then we decided to venture into it being an independent brand on its own, then we then decided, or I decided then to say, it's fitting for us to call it Dipita Stofong. Growing up, you know, one of my positive, beautiful childhood memories were Sunday mornings. Actually, Sunday in general, we'd wake up in the morning, my mom would be cooking 7 colors. You wake up to the smell of 7 colors and we'd be told to get ready for church while we're bathing, the pots are on the stove. And we go to church, come back home, and we are eating as a family, sharing jokes and having conversations and laughing. And my beautiful childhood memories stem from that, and this is something that I've just wanted to uphold, a tradition I've wanted to uphold when I have my own family.
What began as a simple hobby has blossomed into a thriving platform for like-minded women, those who embrace self-expression.
Who is the majority of this Dipita Stofong society?
Currently the majority, yes, it's young ladies, but I mean, I am appealing to a wider audience because I also know that I do have a following of ladies that are much older, even though they are not necessarily buying my aprons, but they are part of the community, Dipita Stofong, you know. So it's not exclusive, but it is for a wider community of just Black African people and families.
Nthabiseng's vision goes beyond social media. She's transforming this passion into a movement, one where women can showcase their unique style.
I definitely knew that I wanted something, first of all, that represents me, who I am. So I wanted, when a person sees the apron, they also see me and they see that, oh, this is definitely a Nthabiseng apron because it does look like her style. But then I wanted to extend it to the ladies that, you know, are a part of Dipita Stofong. And these are young, modern ladies who like to take care of themselves. Even when they are in the kitchen, they want to look pretty and they want to look cute and presentable. And also, they don't just want to wear this apron when they are cooking. They also want to wear this apron while they're just standing behind with a glass of wine while their friend is cooking, you know, at a family gathering, or they are the ones that are setting the table while the cousins are cooking in the kitchen. So you don't necessarily wear it while you're standing behind the stove, but it's like a piece of item that you can wear even in any other kitchen duty or role that you are partaking in. Each apron comes with its own matching head wrap. So that's something that I actually recently launched this year. And you can either get it like as a set with the head wrap and the apron, or just an apron if you prefer. And these come in 5 different colors, and I'm actually also launching 3 new colors very soon. And yeah, there are other, you know, product lines that I really want to venture into, especially kitchen related, because I also have like sussed out here and there that there is a demand for that, you know. So I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but there's definitely kitchenware items that are in the pipeline.
A fresh perspective on passing down cherished family traditions, reimagined for the modern woman.
Oh, Batung, I wish I was also pulenkile kitchening and tabiseng, but we love seeing a woman just working really hard. Now, in the design capital of Joburg, Kramerville Design District. What is my English today is running away from me. But in Kramerville Design District, hot off the heels of Furniture Week in Cape Town, we get to hear about the biggest trends for interior design, decor, and the way we're living in our homes in 2025. We join producer Refula Matela in conversation with CEO Richard Andrews and head of sales Njabulem Tembu to learn about the biggest trends for the year in design and sofas. So let's all please get comfortable.
When we think of our homes and what they mean to us, seldom do we appreciate possibly the most used piece of furniture we own, our sofas. These sturdy and plush companions help us unwind and commune in a meaningful way.
I would say that 2025 is the year of the homebody. This is where we're seeing a lot of hibernating, we're seeing a lot of cozying up, people staying indoors and embracing the indoor energy. We're also seeing that offline is now the new luxury. Being offline, just completely getting away from the world is what we are leaning towards.
It means rest in Shona, and that's exactly what we want all our customers to feel when they sit on their sofas. You know, the sofa is a place in your home that should be a sanctuary. It's a place where you come to rest and relax, and so much happens on a sofa. I know in my home, some of our happiest times have been on the sofa. If the kids are unhappy, the sofa is the place that we kind of gravitate to. And so, yeah, we want everyone just to use Aurora on their sofas. Just come and rest.
Tell us about what are the trends that you're seeing coming through in terms of furniture design this year?
So I think some of the big ones in 2025 is the future home and modular furniture. And a sofa like the one that we're sitting on now, the Maru, this truly embodies what it means to have a modular sofa. We do so much in our homes, and homes need to be flexible and fluid and cater for different lifestyles and different use for different people. It might be that we are sitting like this, lounging on it. You could be napping on it. You could be working from home. And I think now more than ever, South Africans are looking for modular furniture pieces that can adapt to their lifestyles. And I think with the way the home has changed, so that the home of the future is one that is flexible and provides for all of these different things. Modularity in your furniture is no longer a trend. It actually is the future.
With an abundance of varying styles, it can be confusing to select the focal point of your living space.
What's the feeling you're going for? I want to know how you want to feel when you step into your house. I want to know, what do you like? Do you like having cushions? Do you not like having cushions? Do you like dark colors? Do you not like dark colors? You know, I try to really get into the psyche and, you know, the emotions of the customer.
Maybe it is going along with trends too much. So you see so-and-so's got this, I need to have that. I think a key thing about designing your home and creating a home that's beautiful for you is it has to be authentically you. So if you know what your budget is that's available, you know the kind of look and feel that you're looking for, go and find what's right for you.
The team takes pride in creating modern designs for South Africans.
For us as a business, efficiency in how we manufacture and in the way we operate within the environment is key. So, you know, for us, making sure we leave the environment in a better place is as much of a piece of importance as it is making beautiful furniture. I think in South Africa we've got some incredible designers, and there's some really, really good design that we see coming out, and I think we are on point with what is happening elsewhere in the world. You know, I've been fortunate enough to travel a lot and go to expos in other countries, and you know, walking around trade halls in Milan and in Germany, I'm not seeing things that we are not seeing being done in South Africa. I think as South Africans we're incredibly hard on ourselves, and we say, well, you've got to look to America, you've got to look to Europe, that's where it's at. Actually, I think our designers are on point.
The lifestyle you lead and your needs are important elements to consider when selecting your textures and uses, not forgetting about our tiny tots and fur babies.
So right now, we are focusing on pet-friendly and kid-friendly furniture. We're looking at stylish designs. We want them to be functional as well, so that when you are sitting in the house, you can all be a part of it and be included.
Let's not forget about the accessories needed to amplify the space.
Oh yes, definitely. First things first, scatter cushions. People definitely take those, I think, a little bit for granted. Choosing the right scatter cushions that match the space or create a contrast can ultimately accentuate the sofa in itself. Getting, for instance, this is a beige, getting something a little bit darker or getting something a little bit brighter, like a yellow or a navy, will definitely kind of make it stand out, but still maintain, you know, the calm that the sofa has. Outside of that, you can always get a throw, just put it on there, have it, you know, do its thing. A fur throw always does the trick.
For your peace of mind, take your time to create a lounge you love and a home to enjoy. Hopefully now you're set to sit comfortably.
All right, we're going on to our next segment for this evening, and it's all about homemakers. This is basically us looking at aspirant decorators and DIYers that gathered at an exhibition in Kyalami, Johannesburg to get a touch and feel of what could be added to their spaces to beautify them along with the latest trends. And of course, producer Rufilo Matila was back on the scene again, and she spoke to the experts to find inspiration that can transform their homes. Let's see.
Finding inspiration for your home design is an endless well of beautiful carpentry, various textures, striking bold lines and delicate finishes. An exhibition of this nature then becomes an exciting space that's more than a trip to the hardware store.
Oh, we love our homes. Obviously, since COVID, it has been something that we're seeing more and more, getting back into that space as people are in their homes more and more, and they are wanting to spend money and just beautify their homes. They want to do home and home improvements, whether it be from DIY projects where they take that on themselves, or if they are obviously doing the projects and contracting to one of the exhibitors that we have with us. In this hall that we're in right now, it is our most beautiful hall. It's interior design, decor, furniture, soft furnishings, and we are quite meticulous in the type of companies that we select. And you know, these exhibitors, they really go to town with their stands. They put every little finishing touch and detail into it. It takes months of planning, and as you can see around us, it's just a beautiful space.
The months of planning offer an opportunity to see what South African designers and businesses are producing, appealing to all ages, tastes, and influencing homeowners' creativity. Tell us about your experience at the fair over the last few years. How has it been?
Honestly, for me, I only started coming to this fair 3 years ago, and it has blown my mind every single year. I think my perspective on interior, exterior, home, households, homeware, everything to do with the house has honestly just changed. My inspiration for architecture, interior design has grown literally just because of Homemakers Fair itself. Meeting vendors that have been in the industry for 20 years and they're still doing it and they're still succeeding is just something so mind-blowing. It always just inspires me to always want to do better.
And your one tip for a new homemaker?
I would say think about a color scheme that really resonates with you. Not something necessarily that you see on Pinterest, it's just something that makes you feel a lot better, because I think that color is a very powerful thing. Find that color palette that resonates with you and just start aligning your room.
I suppose our favorite space would be the kitchen. You know, the kitchen is kind of like the hub of your home, especially if you've looked at your layout and the space within your home. Everything happens within the kitchen.
Tell me about your favorite elements in the home, or perhaps even your favorite room.
I would have to say, and this is crazy because I don't cook, definitely the kitchen. How they renovate a kitchen space is super important to me, because the way that it's changed from back in the day to what it is now is super sleek, super elegant, super stylish. There's a store, their stand called Pascal. I honestly think they're redefining the way that people are living in their homes, especially through their kitchen. It's completely sleek, super elegant, black owned, super incredible, fascinating, and again, as I'm going to say, very inspiring.
The kitchen is clearly where it's at. We had to make our way to the trendiest kitchen display and talk to the people behind it. In between his busy day, we spoke to Ryobakile about the spaces where we can find carpentry in the home.
So there's actually quite a lot of spaces. Okay? So for example, your kitchen would be the main thing. Your bedroom cupboards, your walk-in closets, we do your bars as well, bathroom vanities, studies, wine cellars. So there's quite a lot you can actually play around with the carpentry space.
He shared about carpentry, interior design, both the soft and structural finishes that can turn your house into a warm and inviting space.
For materials, I would say one of the main things, the spaces actually move from your gloss finishes, we move more to a matte finish. So that has more of a timeless feel to it, because people want things that can last longer. So you want something that's a bit more timeless. So like your matte finishes brings in a nice quality in your space. The type of stone as well, the selection as well also adds to that, because there's the quartz finishes, there's the porcelain finishes. So with your porcelain finishes, easier to work with. It's heat resistant, scratch resistant. It lasts longer throughout time as well. Bringing in some of the warmer finishes with your wood textures, because you don't want your spaces to be too monotone out, you know. Some things you want them to actually pop out, bring in that wood finish. It makes it more of a home as well, you know. So those are some of the materials. Your glosses as well actually play a good point in the spaces. Display points for, you know, your whatever brand you want to display in there. Even in the bedrooms, a bit of open spaces, that also adds to that.
Next week, we get into the soft finishings that are trending, bespoke pieces that can add refreshed boldness to what might have been a dull space. Keep watching.
We really do hope that you learned some tricks and tips for your home and just overall enjoyed the show with us this evening. But the time of the show has come that I absolutely hate, and that's when we have to love and leave you. We thank you so much for tuning into Trendz Live tonight, and also a big shout out to our guests for joining us. But guess what? Lucky for you, we will be back again next week at 8 p.m. sharp right here on SABC News Channel 404. Don't forget to engage with us on X. We are at Trendz on SABC. And until next time, my name is Candy, and you know what I say? Stay sweet. Good night. Bye.